taking place on this planet. There obviously is environmental change now, global warming. That's been played up to try to push through a global carbon tax. And sorry, Al Gore, but it's not just driving our SUVs. The proof is in that the ice caps on Mars are diminishing, melting. Ice on some of the moons of Jupiter are melting. Outer planets are becoming more luminescent, which means that they're heating up. And so whatever is happening is solar system-wide. It's not just our planet. And it could be evidence that there is another body moving into our solar system. Actually, an account of the creation of our solar system can be found in texts that are thousands of years old and predate the Bible by several thousand years. And these are the tablets of the Sumerian civilization. Actually, it's ironic that we can know more about the Sumerians than we'll ever know about the Egyptians or the Romans, because they all wrote everything down on papyrus, on paper, and it disintegrated and burned up and got lost in wars. The Sumerians carved their writing into clay tablets and then baked them, and they turned to stone, and there are perhaps 500,000 of them still in existence in the basement of museums all around the world. Interestingly enough, only about 20% of them have been translated, and yet when translated, we find that they give us a history of our own solar system. We now know that the Sumerians, as can be seen in this field, knew the positions of the planets and their relative sizes. And yet we also know that Uranus was not known to modern man until it was discovered in 1781. Neptune was discovered in 1846, and Pluto not until 1930. So they actually were way ahead of us in their knowledge of the heavens. According to the Sumerian Tablets, everything began with a huge planet called Tiamat. And Tiamat was located between Mars and Jupiter. And it was a huge planet, much larger than the Earth, and was a watery planet full of water. In their cuneiform tablets, the Sumerian told us of the war in heavens, the clashes that took place, and as read as a metaphor for the creation of our solar system, it tells an incredible story. It tells of another planet known as Nibiru, known as the planet of the crossing, and that's because Nibiru apparently has an orbit that takes it outside our solar system and cycles around every 3,600 years, or approximately. And that would constitute one of their years. And it is destined to return to the vicinity of the Earth in 2060, but that means it could be nearing our solar system now. And some people believe this might be because of the erratic weather and environmental changes that we see taking place on the Earth. As recently as 2012, there are astronomers who claim they have found evidence of another heavenly body in our solar system. Well, this is not just sheer theory. The only theory comes in as to what this object might be. Is it another planet? Is it a dwarf sun that's imploded? Is it a dark hole? We're not sure, and of course the government acts like there's nothing going on. But then what else is new? So according to this ancient account, thousands of years ago, when Nibiru passed into our solar system, it passed near to the watery planet of Tiamat, and one of the moons of Nibiru actually struck Tiamat and demolished about half of that world, causing it to just go into bits and pieces, but it continued in the orbit of Tiamat. This is today what we know as the asteroid belt. The other half of Tiamat coalesced and was pushed into orbit past Mars, and that is what has come to be known as our Earth. And this could explain why Martian rocks and Martian fossils have been found on the Earth, and why that some of the water samples have shown evidence of Martian life, because it started off as Tiamat and then ended up here. So it actually came from Tiamat and not Mars. So today we have the solar system as we know it today, which is Mercury, Mars, Venus, and then Mars, and then the Earth, and then the asteroid belt, and then Jupiter.
Tiamat
Saturn
was a Neptunian planet. It's past Neptune. It was not between Mars and Earth and Venus.
Comets.
Tiamat Maldek was past Neptune. It's a Neptune planet. This guy's an idiot. He don't even know what he's talking about. He's telling you half the truth. What a piece of shit. He's telling you half the truth. He's telling the truth. Tiamat's a Neptunian object. It's not even close to Mars. It's way bigger. This guy's a liar. He's hiding shit.
There are other oddities and strange things going on within our solar system. There are some of the moons that are very questionable. Even the famous astronomer Carl Sagan, early in his career, along with some Russian scientists, expressed the belief that perhaps one of the moons of Mars, Phobos, was actually an artificial satellite. And they said this because it gave evidence of being hollow, and as Carl Sagan noted, a natural satellite cannot be a hollow object. Later on, he kind of backpedaled and acted like, well, we don't really know, and he fell more into line with conventional wisdom as he gained popularity and fame and fortune. But even today, there are those who point to Phobos as being a very strange world. Another moon that is